Hey guys, it's Tanya here. Thanks for watching. So I was tagged in the 4 or more tag video that's going around YouTube. And if you're wondering why I don't sound super happy about it, it's because I'm not. Generally, I am all for a really good tag video, but this one for me is really difficult because most people who've been watching this channel for a while know already that I have a fairly extensive collection of makeup. So finding something that I don't own 4 or more of is would probably have been harder than finding things that I do own 4 or more of. So I tweaked this a little so that I didn't look like a makeup hoarder, and I decided to not use my work makeup. So I did this video on only the makeup that I only use personally on myself. We'll start with the things that are not so impressive to me, like as far as numbers go. So 5 YSL lipsticks. I don't think that's that bad. I do love these YSL lipsticks. You guys know I call these my holy grail of lipsticks. But I do find them really costly, so I don't own that many. I only pulled 3 to swatch for you guys today to kind of show you my standouts. So the first one is number 1, which you guys know I love. It's the one I'm wearing today underneath the gloss. It's just a beautiful nude color, so creamy. I love these, I love these. Like as soon as I swatch them, I remember how much I love them. The next one is color number 9, which is Caressed Pink. And this is a newer color for me. But oh my god, it is the most gorgeous, everyday, wearable, peachy pink shade. And the last one is more of a bright, which is color number 12. This is definitely like a go-to summer color for me. It's super pigmented, and it's got that gorgeous coral to it. I just love it. Those are my 3 favorites out of my 5. The Rimmel lip pencils, I actually own 8 of these, but I only, again, pulled 3 to show you guys. I have a lip pencil fetish. I'm not even going to come close to justifying that. I have at least 4 or more of every lip pencil type on the market. So that's a problem. But these are my 3 favorites from this line. The first one is All You Need Is Pink, which is a gorgeous kind of bright pink shade. Next we have Sunkissed, which is one of my favorite everyday wearable lip colors. I think it's just a gorgeous peachy coral. And the last one is the Redder the Better, which is one of my favorite kind of pure red shades. Just really pretty. There's something about this specific line of lip pencils that I really enjoy. They're creamy, they're pigmented, they don't bleed. They're some of my favorites from the drugstore. The next thing I also have 8 of, and those are the L'Oreal Color Riche liquid lipstick products. I forget what these are called. I know they're like Color Extraordinaires or something. I couldn't narrow this down further from 8, so I pulled 4 of my absolute favorites. These have such an interesting consistency that I just find them so different than anything else I own. So number 303, Rouge Allegro, which is a beautiful kind of pinky red. These have a high gloss finish, but they're also very creamy. I can't explain these to people. They remind me a lot of the Rimmel Apocalypse, and I've talked about that before. This is 202 Coral Encore, gorgeous orangey coral. 106 Fuchsia Orchestra is exactly what it sounds like. It is a beautiful, bright fuchsia color. And 201 Rose Symphony is a more muted coral. I would say this is still coral to me, but it's definitely a muted coral. That's it right there. More of a peach, and then the Coral Encore one is more of a coral. Like I said, those actually when they go on feel almost cooling. They have a very liquidy texture to them, and sometimes they do bleed a bit, but they are something that I love enough to have a lot of in my collection. So the next one definitely needs a visual all on its own. This is my Maybelline lipstick collection, and this is not all of them. This is just one of these trays that I have. And I did originally buy some of these to use for work, and then I ended up not. I just use these on myself. They are my favorite drugstore formula lipstick, even though their smell is horrendous. I hate the way these smell with a passion, but I love the way they look, and the smell does go away right away, so that's why I put up with it. But when they come out of the tube, they smell awful. But I have 37 of these. That's a problem. Also up there for honorable mention is EOS lip balms. I did not pull any because you know I have a whole bunch sitting in a jar up there, and then I have a bunch kind of as decoration in this little jar up here. I have 30 EOS lip balms. There are not 30 flavors of EOS lip balms, which means I do have multiples. I know, it's an illness. I have an illness. We'll just chalk it up to an illness. The next thing I also originally bought for use for work, but because of the sheer volume of them that I own and the fact that I don't want to depot them, even though they're really easy to depot, so it's kind of just an excuse. I own 27 of this next product. 27 of this next product. And I don't use these for work anymore because I just use other things that are easier to use. Maybe at the end of this year I will depot these and then use them, but these are the Tarte blushes, and 27 also includes like limited edition Christmas sets. And I would say almost half of them are like the mini size sets. So that's where a lot of those numbers are coming from. But these are so beautiful. This is Charisma, which is one of my absolute favorites. It's a gorgeous kind of peachy coral color. And then I have a Choti, which is a gorgeous kind of matte, more kind of like dusty pink. Blushing Bride is probably my all-time favorite. It looks so deep in the pan, but then you kind of apply it and it's this gorgeous kind of plum color. And then the only mini one that I use a lot is Adventurous, and this is just a beautiful standout color. It's kind of like this rose gold. It's so stunning. But I love the formulation of these. They're so pigmented. You need so little goes such a long way. They are one of my #1 used blushes. So, and the fact that I just have a sheer mass of them, they had to make their way into this video. And no Tarte collection would be complete without the cheek stain blushes. These come in more of a cream and jelly formula depending on the color that you choose. I own 17 of these. They are worth it. I can't tell you guys that enough. This one is my favorite. This is Flushed. And Flushed is a jelly formula, and I love the jelly formulas because you can see they actually kind of are really sheer and then they really stain. So I really love Flushed. It's one of my absolute favorites. The next one I love from the cheek stain line is Fearless with beautiful peachy pink. It's so gorgeous and sheared out on the cheeks. Oh, it's stunning. The other cheek stain one that I pulled to show you guys is True Love, which is more of a red. The jelly finish like Flushes, but it's a more red flush. And that's what that one looks like right there. Really, really pretty. If you don't own any of their cheek stain products, you should pick one of these up. I never thought I would ever use these because I didn't know how to use them. And then I picked up Flush and I'm addicted. I have so many of these now and I love every single one. The next one I pulled because these are some of my favorite and most used eyeshadows. I have 8 of these in total. These are the Sephora metallic shadows. And they came in like almost like a quilted pattern like this. They are not bouncy. They feel very creamy, but they're just an eyeshadow. This one is Sparkling Outrageous Lilac, which is a gorgeous purple color. But the sheen on these is so beautiful, and that's why I really love them. This one is Metallic Taupe. Oh, it's so pretty. So pretty. And this one is Metallic Beige. There's also a peach that I really like, but I couldn't find when I went to film this video. So those are just 3 of these swatches. So pigmented these are. They're so pretty. Really metallic, really high shine, but also very usable, which I really like about them. The next thing I blame entirely on sets. Urban Decay always comes out with eyeliner sets, and therefore I end up with a ton of these. I have 24 Urban Decay eyeliner pencils. These are just a few of my favorites. So I have Ransom, which is a gorgeous shimmery purple. Perversion, which is my favorite black. Well, was my favorite black. Black Velvet, which is my new favorite black, has a very different texture than Perversion. Bourbon, which is my favorite brown. It's kind of like a brown with gold sparkle. And Deviant, which is a beautiful bright blue. Urban Decay eyeliners are so creamy and pretty. They're so nice to wear. And they come in so many different colors that you can't help but collect them all. They're like Pokemon, you gotta have them all. The next one are the Maybelline Color Tattoos. I think everyone has a ton of these. I don't think I'm the only one. I have 18 of them. Some of them are limited edition, which I did count limited edition stuff. But my favorites I definitely pulled. Barely Branded. Now, I don't know if my favorites are limited edition or not, but they are my favorites, so I had to pull them. Barely Branded is a gorgeous shimmery champagne color. It's kind of got a pink undertone. Really, really pretty. Probably one that I've worn the most out of my entire collection. Inked in Pink is from the Metallic line, and everyone really raved about this one. I really think it's quite beautiful. It's a beautiful kind of like almost dusty rose pink. It is such a high metallic sheen, but on the eyes it's stunning. It's just a gorgeous color. And then two deeper ones. The first one is Sleek and Spice. This is newer. Now this one I know is limited edition, but it's one of my favorites. I also wanted to show you guys my caramel one, my cool caramel one, but I don't know where it is right now. I have no clue where I put stuff. It just gets lost in the mix. So that is Sleek and Spice. It's a gorgeous medium brown with a really nice shimmer to it. And the last one is Pomegranate Punk, which is one I don't talk about a lot, but I actually use a lot. It's a beautiful kind of purple burgundy base. This one for me is an all over eyelid color. It's one of the ones I can wear 100% of the time on its own. It's just a gorgeous reddy burgundy color, really pretty. And the last thing I'm going to talk about today are the L'Oreal Infallible shadows. These are gorgeous. They come in so many different colors. I don't even want to give you a number of how many of these I own. I'm looking in the book and it's quite scary. I own 28 of these, but I love them, and a lot of those are limited edition, but I'll go through some of my favorites. Iced Latte is a gorgeous color, and I blame people for my addiction to these because I see people wearing these. Like my friend Jessica was wearing this one in a picture she took, and then I had to have this one. I didn't originally have it, but I saw her wear it and had to have it. It's a gorgeous like goldy shimmer color. It's so pretty. That's Iced Latte. And then the other kind of bright color I pulled is Gold Mine, which I'm pretty sure is one I also saw her wearing and was like, ooh, it's so pretty, I must own it. This is a beautiful true gold, but it's not overpowering. It's just really pretty and kind of light. So that's it right there. The next two I pulled are brighter colors so you guys can kind of get an idea of the range of this line. The first one is Purple Obsession, which is probably my favorite and go-to purple eyeshadow. I just love the dimension this gives. It's such a deep purple, but on the eyes, it's so beautiful. I use this often to smoke out my eyes because it's just such a pretty color. That is Purple Obsession. And the last one is my all-time favorite color, and I'm pretty sure this one is limited edition, and I don't think it's out right now. I think it's an older one, but this is Endless Sea, and you guys know I'm a sucker for a good blue-green. I can't explain to you guys how gorgeous this is, and it has a gold shimmer, so on my blue eyes, it's just the most stunning color. I want to eat this one. I use this one actually pretty sparingly because, like I said, it's limited edition. I don't know if it'll ever come back. And the color on it is just to die for. I love it. Endless Sea. I digress. Like I said, this challenge honestly would have been easier for me if you had asked me to go through my collection and pull what I don't own four of. For me, I generally research makeup and I find things that I really like, and then I purchase within that line. So I don't generally end up with a lot of like single blushes or single eyeshadows because I will research the eyeshadow that I like and then I'll purchase 10 of them because I like them a lot. So I generally have more than four of almost everything in my collection. It's kind of sad to say that. Anyway, I was tagged, so I did it. I hope you guys are happy. Don't judge me. I don't judge you. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye. Hey, we play